doing it. We're doing it. Oh my God. I think we're here. Holy cow, it's working again. We are back. I'm so excited, you guys. I missed having the four of you all together in one place.
Awesome.
This is going to be good.
The gang's
Taylor,
all
that's a great
here.
shirt. It is. The gang is all here. The Titans heirs themselves. How's everybody doing? We've been talking for a minute, but what's going on with all you friends?
It's kicking off another week. It's Monday.
Kicking off another week. Indeed, it is Monday. I had the stream title wrong, but I fixed that. So, improvements. Things are getting better every day.
Nice.
Does anyone know Mel Brooks movies? Does anyone know?
I love Mel Brooks.
Life Stinks.
What do you got?
Is that a movie? Is that title of the movie? Life Stinks.
I think it is.
I've had better moments.
Sounds right.
Let's put it that way. I had like a weeks of calamities and comedies of errors going on, and it just continued on this Monday at work. So people were like, "You must fix this problem," and I have to facilitate.
Well, that's why we call you the Fixer, right?
Okay.
I mean, we can call him that from now on, and that's just as good, isn't it? Can we start calling you the Fixer? Is
I
that
just
okay?
want to shout out to somebody out there. I want to shout out to. I just want to do a big thanks to somebody. I don't know if they're watching or they're there, but I really want to do a major thanks because this has opened up my world. When someone actually inspires you and opens up your world, it changes it, right? So I have to say, I don't know who's out there, but there's a guy named Kurt Clark. And he recommended a book to me a long time ago, and that led to not just one book, but many other books. And now it led to a TV show on Netflix called Shadow and Bone, and it's like the #1 TV show on Netflix, and it's fantastic.
Are you loving it? You read those books on Kurt's recommendation?
Yes.
You chipped into them? This is awesome.
I've never read any of those books.
But you recommended The Ninth House, and that's where it started, and that led to more books. And that led to I read The Six of Crows, and I forgot the second one in the series.
Did she write the books? Did she write the Shadow and Bone books too?
Yes.
Okay.
The Grishaverse. She wrote.
Awesome.
So
Kurt,
very, very inspiring. I mean, it's always wonderful when it's something good finding good books,
I'm glad you're
says the
enjoying
librarian.
It. Yeah. All right. I was about to use.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's weight behind this man's words. That if he likes it, it's probably good. Bugbear, what's up?
Hey.
Yes, drop those stacks. You got John too, Kurt. You got him on the book that you mentioned early on at the beginning of the stream.
Good, Bad, and Smug. I finished that up the other week. That was really good. I enjoyed that tremendously. It took.
You look at goblins in a different light now, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it really was. It was hysterical. I mean, it was like a little. It went in a direction I didn't see coming. You know what I mean? It was really all about subjective opinion. It was really incredible the way that it wrapped up. That evil isn't necessarily so evil and good isn't necessarily so good. So it was really.
I love a little ambiguity on the morality spectrum. This is very indicative of the state of humanity, and I love to view that lens, through the lens of fantasy. It's good stuff. Did this? Yeah. No, jump in.
Oh no,
what do you got?
I just want to say this all reminds me because I had an enlightening experience with a 6-hour game by one Toby Fox, Undertale. It is such a eye-opening game when it comes to how we play video games and consume that, because generally you go into a video game and you're like murder, and it is
there's a lot of that
fascinating, and this is just all reminding me that you should take the 6 or 7 hours to just sit down and play Undertale. Because it is amazing.
Undertale is friggin' amazing. For anybody out there who digs games, I know there's a couple of people out there who have recently picked up gaming in their lives. Undertale is really next level, brilliant. It's charming. It's clever. It's very well designed.
Soundtrack is
friend of the Twitch channel, my boy Tiger Pro, who you may catch in the chat from time to time, got me Undertale years ago and got me playing it, and I had like a great experience with it. I think to myself all the time, like, I should go back and replay it, because I think it's got like 1,000 endings, you know? There's like a lot of variability.
There's different like playthroughs and different like things, and you have to do certain things to get certain playthroughs, and it's really it's really cool. But I don't want to say anything more because it's really honestly a good game to go in like without knowing much.
Totally blind.
But
yeah, without expectations. Yeah. The art may like throw you off. You may think like, oh, what is this? But like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It was cool.
I've been recently replaying Final Fantasy a little bit, but I just finished Red Dead Redemption 2. And that was like quite a journey. You know, it was like visually really stunning. There was nothing, I don't think, revolutionary in there, but gosh, the amount of effort that went into like the performances, I was really like, wow, these guys like did not mess around making that game. It's something.
Longest epilogue ever.
Right? The epilogue is actually the whole game. It feels like you play the whole game to get to the epilogue, and that the epilogue is like then the actual game. It's pretty wild. On that note, books, Wheel of Time. Have you finished the first book?
Not yet.
Taylor?
I'm this close. I'm closing in.
Okay, no pressure. I just am talking about it because I think book 8 maybe or 9 might be a little further on. There's a prologue in a Wheel of Time book that's longer than the entire Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And so
I'm loving it.
It's legit like I think like 30 hours worth of audiobook that's like ends and then it's like chapter 1. What is going on? Anyway, I could sit here and talk about books and games all night with you guys. I like this.
Yeah, that's great.
I dusted off my copies of Mansions of Madness 2nd edition, which is a board game.
Keep it going.
Based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft, and it's an app-based game, and it has a bunch of different scenarios you can play through. At first edition, you needed a keeper to kind of run it like a DM, but you can play the 2nd edition solo. And what it'll be is you start one of the scenarios, like it's you've been called to this mansion to investigate something, or you're in this hotel in Innsmouth and you have to something goes wrong. And the app will tell you to lay down these tiles. Of course, I have visual displays. And so lay down the entry hall tile, and the app will then have little question marks here and here and here, things you can investigate in the room that you're in. And you just touch the search button and it tells you what you uncover. And if you open one of the doors, it might say, okay, put that next room there. And you're going from the hall to the library. And then after the investigator round, the keeper round goes. It's like a door bursts open and Cthulhu just, casually walks in and you have to attack him. And so I hadn't played past the first scenario 4 years ago. And I decided I'm going to bust out the second one. And it's intense. It's actually quite a lot of fun. It really sucks when you're controlling two characters and one has a broken arm and one has a broken leg, and one can't carry more than two things, the other can't move more than one space, and it's killing me. But,
it's a great game, by the way.
It's casual Cthulhu.
It's a great game. The music is fantastic. It's like being in a horror movie and stuff, especially when the monsters appear or the people that are working with the monsters or whatever.
Co-signed by Michael.
There you go. These guys are synergizing tonight. There's some big energy happening here.
I got really drunk on Friday night and bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon that I didn't know about, and some of it arrived today.
Did you send any of it here?
No, I don't think so. Let me know.
All right.
I got an escape room book, and then I also got Escape from the Overlook Hotel, the Shining escape room game.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So we'll see how those go.
It might not go well.
Okay, report back.
Yeah,
report back.
You need an escape room book. You know what I mean? You kidding me? Come on, man. That's awesome.
Listen, you gotta hone your craft. He didn't get this good just sitting on his hands all these years, John. Jeez, he's got to escape. Man's got to escape. You can lock him in an apartment for a year under quarantine. He's still got to escape. So
I did have one. It was break in. So it was the opposite of an escape room. You had to actually break into Alcatraz or break into Area 51. So it's kind of there's a series of games like that on Amazon as well.
I'm realizing it's been years since I've run like the Prison Break campaign, and we should probably do something like that soon. So maybe I should just lock all these characters up and see how that works out. Anyway, before we get to the end of the show, we usually do the plugs there, but I just want to give hype. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here. You can find Kurt. You can find Taylor. We're going to have a whole deep crew of people. We have a whole crew of our friends coming in. We're going to be launching the new show. It's called Dragonfly, named after one of the famous Spelljammer ships from the box set of old, as we're going to play some D&D in space. But we have a really cool crew. It's going to be exciting. If you got to leave early tonight, I just wanted to make sure you heard that, because it's going to be a good time. With that, you guys have any questions? Is there any like bookkeeping, homework, anything we should go over here? You remember how to play these characters?
Oh, what's in the tomb? As long as we're answering questions, you know what I mean?
There's the miniature first dragoon of the Sapphire Legion, Melkanen, with a couple of his troops.
He's my boy.
And,
Wrong character. Sorry.
Yep, that's the wrong character. Yep, that guy is out flying around somewhere hunting for the character you're going to play tonight. But along with Melkanen, the first dragoon, are the remains of Gural Khan, the ancient dwarven war hero for whom this tomb was erected. That was fun to say. And apparently with him inside,
Right.
the Maul of the Titans.
Presumably.
So at least you know
that's
those
not
couple
there.
of things are in there. Yeah, I can confirm all of that. I hear beeping.
Sorry. My phone is
Okay. Anything else? You guys have any other questions that are not so antagonistic and trolly?
Are we?
Troll?
Here's a question: are we picking up directly after the fight that we just had?
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
that's right.
To find out, right, Taylor?
Yes.
We're gonna find out. Sorry, no.
You're early to
I
bed.
love it.
Okay, no trolls. No trolls, says Bugbear. Keep the trolls out. That's the other campaign. And so, where we last left our heroes, the four youths of Erkengard, Eerie, Vandrin Silverspark, Angus Brighthorn, Crixus Copperstone, and Hulric Stormbeard, after days fleeing across the Drakencaern Mountains, running with the Sapphire Legion at their heels, harried by wyvern riders, warg hunters, with captive in tow, one halfling named Lothar, not of the Hill People,
Forgot about that.
That.
had run into a band of 13 dwarves, and having rescued them in the midst of their desperate battle against a full flight of wyvern riders whom were harrying them, you fell back to their camp. You were attacked by incorporeal undead, specters and wraiths. Eerie nearly lost her life, save for the magic of one Beaudry Ironstave, cleric of Vala, the golden shepherd, Vala, the just mother, the metallic dragon god whom he serves. And so the four of you, with Lothar and the dwarves, made your way to the tomb
12.
of Gural
12
Khan.
now.
Yep, now 12. True, 12 after the race. No, there's 13 if we count Hulric. And upon arriving at the entrance of this ancient tomb, you were attacked by the blue dragon, whose name we know to be Razor Strike, after the past few weeks with our insight into the camp at the Sapphire Legion. So after a desperate fight, many dwarves lost their lives. The four of you and your companion Lothar, still alive, ran for the entrance of the tomb. Covered by rubble, it appeared to have been excavated, and so with a winding passage in between the piles of stone and boulders and the rubble that bars the way, you fell back, fleeing from this blue dragon in the sky. And I think as we pick up tonight, we see the four of you, along with Lothar and Beaudry, and the 6 remaining dwarves in the tunnels, in the dim light, the sun kind of streaming in from the outside, growing faint as it falls. And so, yeah, this is where the camera opens as we begin tonight.
Did all of the non-dragon foes get defeated?
Yes, a number of wyverns and their riders were killed and laid low. Only the dragon escaped as you all like hammered it badly enough that it turned and attempted to flee from you. So with a few parting shots, it kind of broke the eye line you had on it circling up around the peak, and a lot of you scurried into the ruins of this place.
So we're inside the entrance.
Yeah, you're in like a long kind of winding tunnel that's leading back. Like you haven't come into like any kind of big open room yet, right? The darkness stretching in front of you for like at least 100 feet. You can't see any further. The light probably like about 40 feet back. It seems like a very long tunnel entrance to this place.
Angus will cast light on his shield.
And so light begins to radiate into this space. You could see the kind of, you're past the rubble which blocked the entrance. And so this passage is meticulously carved as the light off Angus's shield begins to like shine down this hall, reflecting off the walls. We see all these kind of dwarven runes etched into the walls. The marble floor beneath your feet like cracked and broken in places.
Eerie will tap her staff and light on her staff as well. Is everybody in? Are all the dwarves in?
Yes, I misspoke, by the way. There are eight dwarves whom endure, as well as Beaudry.
Well, we don't outnumber them yet. Yet.
So if everybody's in, Eerie is going to, like, immediately, she makes sure everybody's in, and then she'll open her robe. And yeah, is the door, how big is the opening?
The hallway that you're in is probably it's actually would have widened out a little bit. It's probably about like 20 feet wide, and the ceiling is like quite high.
What about the entrance?
Right? It's a solid
like that
30
little
feet
entrance
up.
spot.
Oh, the entrance back there behind you where the rubble is. It would be like it's high. Unfortunately, it's probably like 15 by like 20 at least.
Okay.
Can you kind of block it off with your the dome thing you got there?
I could. Yeah, how big is it? I think it's a 10-foot radius, so yeah, it's 20 by 20.
Well, 20 feet wide, 10 feet high.
Yeah.
No, 20 feet high. It's big enough for a Titan to go
Oh.
through, right? It's about.
If it's 10-foot radius, that's a 10-foot high.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You're talking about the dome, not the door. My bad.
So yeah, never mind. I don't do that. Don't pull out my rope. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends what you guys want to do. Do you want to hang out in the entrance for a minute and rest? How is everybody doing?
I think Beaudry Ironstave is like, we're hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
I do not know how much time we can find the rest, but I fear pressing on in the state we are.
Then yeah, maybe I should sit down and block this door with this dome.
You were thinking of like ritual casting it?
Yeah, I don't have any 3rd level spell slots.
And then maybe we take a short rest and people can
Yes.
heal up as much as they need to from a short rest.
Yeah, so I think Eerie will just sit down and kind of like draw the radius, draw the circumference, and then sit in the middle and do her little ritual for 10 minutes. Right?
Mm-hmm. I think 11 or something
11,
like that, because it
yeah.
takes a minute to cast a spell. So we see Eerie like crack open the spell book that she carries and begin chanting as she kind of walks in a circle, pouring this dust. And slowly, I think we see the shimmer, right, as the dome like rises up, opaque around her. Yep.
Wasn't enough room for everybody now, right?
Not quite. There's enough room for all the dwarves if you all stay outside.
How many more dwarves have to die for us?
I have to grab my water. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I mean, well, while Erie's casting, I kind of want to go ahead and like just scout ahead a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty bloodied. I'm looking to sit down.
Like
whatever that's worth.
Looking down the passageway, is it kind of go like not perfectly straight, but it kind of like goes in one direction? And I'm just wondering, like, does there appear to be a bend in the tunnel or an opening up into something wider?
So as you like stride down just like a little ways out past where you were. Yeah, okay. As you tentatively step a little bit further past the dwarves, I think you get kind of like a little, like 20 feet away from kind of where the group has massed up back behind you, and with your light you could see the frame of what looks like a second doorway, this large like arched door, tall enough for a giant to walk through, right? But you can see then as you look in that another hallway goes in a little further until it like hits a wall and there's turns.
Okay, so it's an archway, but there's no door in it, or per se.
Or the door is like pushed inwards, at least, right? If it's opened in, you probably.
He'll come back and he'll use hit dice. He's surprisingly doing okay, but I think there was some healing from somebody.
Yeah, Mike healed you big time. Crixus really threw down some powerful healing spells towards the end of that battle to restore the lot of you.
Do you want us to use hit dice now, or after you determine that we rest safely for an hour?
So you all hunker down in the dome. Lothar is with you, and I think Lothar is like, look, I know nobody's looking for my opinion, but are we really committed to this plan? Things got pretty ugly out there, and no matter how this goes down, there's a dragon waiting for us. And Melkanen, he's no pushover.
This is what we're
here
here for, Lothar.
Oh, shit, I should have wandered into the mountains.
You want to deal with what we just dealt with out there, or not actually make it in here? I mean, we just went through all that. We're in here now.
Yeah.
I just worry he's going to be a lot for us to handle.
Well, look at it this way. If the blue dragon didn't kill us, then our odds are pretty decent that he won't be able to kill us.
Yeah, you all seem much scarier after that, I have to admit.
He's not... Did we see him in the battle? When we were approaching the dwarf? Like, no. When's the last time we've seen him?
You saw them all like kind of fly in, and 3 of the wyverns like kind of broke away, right? Or 2 of the wyverns like with the dragon kind of broke away, and so you know that like he's here, right? Yeah. Along with like a handful of other troops besides the one you killed. But yes, the last time you saw him was at the fight with the wyverns and the dwarves in the corridors outside.
Oh, yeah, then. Yeah, Angus probably isn't even like concerned that he's doesn't have an idea that he'd be in the area.
I think that why it's clarified is that the like rubble that had been blocking the entrance had been like just cleared away. Like, in other words, before you all showed up, it seemed like the dragon probably like extricated the rubble, and like the dragon's not here without him, right? And Beaudry like emphasized this to you, like he's gonna be here.
Mm-hmm. I tug on Lothar's sleeve.
Yeah.
Are you saying that we should sleep for 8 hours?
I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just worried.
Can you say that? Can you say what you said before again?
Melkainen is the first dragoon of the Sapphire Dynasty. He is oath-sworn holy warrior of Viraga, the Storm Queen, one of the great gods of the world. He is a walking nightmare, Crixus. That's what I'm trying to get across. I'm just worried. I'll be honest, I would be a little upset if you all died. And I would be greatly upset if you all died and they get their hands on me.
Well, then we better not lose.
Yeah.
So I look at everybody and I look back at Lothar, and I'm furrowing my brow, and I'm saying to everybody, if that's some, I don't know, that sounds like sound advice to sleep for 8 hours.
Probably have it.
I would agree with that, Crixus. I would agree with that.
I mean, how long does this little dome last?
8 hours.
Do we really?
God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep.
Do we really think that? Sorry. So, do we really think that these guys were just going to be like, okay, we'll give them 8 hours. You know, the dragon's not going to come back with anybody. That like, shouldn't we be pressing forward?
I mean, I'm a little bit on the tapped side of things.
Who isn't?
Hey,
well, I
wasn't
don't really
Dragon-
have anything else.
That's fine. You've got you pretty good with that staff and the attacking.
Yeah, I have maybe thought better about doing that so often. I really don't like dying.
I don't like you dying too, and I think last time we had 2 people that almost died. So that's getting up to 3 strikes so far.
What do you say we take a short?
I died, says Lothar.
What do you say we take a short rest here, and then we go in, and if we find a spot that we can hold up in another dome for 8 hours,
Sure.
then we either get 8 hours of rest, and everybody gets to get their spells back, and we have more power, or they find us, and at least we're really rested and can have the fight we're going to have anyway.
Right.
And maybe, and I kind of like look up through the dome, and I look at Eerie, maybe you could figure out, perhaps we could pull a couple of these rocks out and bring down all the rest of the rubble and kind of seal everybody in.
I mean, you think those dwarves could do that?
Probably not while we're in the dome blocking the entranceway, but
We could re-block it for sure.
and then at least we know they're not leaving here with them all, right?
I could also my door won't fit from my robe, but
I'm sorry, your door?
yeah, my door.
Okay, don't mind
Got
me.
some windows too. Yeah, I can also make a pit. So you can maybe like set a trap or something.
I'd be content just recollapsing the entranceway. There's got to be another way out of here, and we have the dwarves. If there's going to be somebody that can find an underground passage out of this place, it's going to be dwarves. So
At that point, I pat Ulrich on the shoulder. That's right. They're the dwarves.
You kind of speaking like you're not one.
well,
I mean, you guys said it, not me.
Well, I mean, I think Ulrich realizes like he's no real authority in underground navigation or, mining. You know what I mean? I meant like the collective effort of all the dwarves, not so much
Yeah.
the way.
Maybe they can collapse it in a way that they're confident that if there is not another exit, they can do it in a way that with minimal effort can still be cleared, or even maximal effort, but something where it's not where we have to put some work into it. We could get our way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Legion dwarves that are trained for just that kind of thing, actually. It's a pretty common tactic when we find communities underground.
But if we do get stuck in it, we'll have the rest of our lives to figure it out.
Very true. Yeah, I'm
Well,
interested.
That might not be too long, so probably that's
Can you
okay.
be optimistic, please?
All right.
I don't think today.
So can we take a short rest here in the dome, and then we'll try to collapse the entranceway? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys could roll hit dice.
All right.
Sweet. Also, Rich, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I can gain either a
Half.
level 2 spell slot or 2 level 1s.
Yeah, what are you guys, 5th level
Yeah.
now? When are you going to level up? Yeah, you can take half your level, so either a level 2 or 2 level 1s.
Great. Yeah.
Hit dice is happening now. Whoa, big rolls.
Dude, I can't pull
Yeah.
up the
Holy
chat.
moly.
I can't bring up the chat and roll 20.
That's
Huh.
strange.
Yeah,
You
that
rolled
is
12
quite
plus.
strange.
Can the rest of you?
Yeah. I can see the chat.
Did you accidentally pop it out, John?
Maybe.
If you double click on the bubble up at the top, it pops the chat right out
And
of
I
the whole window.
Did that before, but then I closed it.
I see you with a 12, and an 11, so it's 35 HP back for Hulrick.
That's wicked. That's
It's not
great.
bad.
That's
Alright.
a great roll.
I'm full.
Nice. Heck yeah. Ooh.
That's not ideal.
Cool. Oh, get a rest. That feels good. Not perfect.
Okay,
but
that's a little
pretty good.
something. That's better. So I think Lothar is kind of anxiously sitting over at the side of the dome. You guys rest. You get your hit dice back. He's able to recover a couple of spells. Angus, I believe you get your inspirations. Is that true? Short rest?
I didn't think so, but I'll have to check.
I might be wrong.
I've got it on our sheet. I can.
You also have your Song of Rest thing, I think, too.
Oh, I guess I do get them back. Look at that.
Hey.
I do
Rick,
have a
you
Song
get
of
all
Rest.
your stuffs.
Angus starts playing a low, calming tone on his war horn.
Aren't we trying to be secretive?
Do you want to gain more hit points back?
It's calming,
I mean,
slow.
you did just fight with a dragon,
Okay.
I mean, they know where we're at. What does this hurt? He's playing a low, soft, calming melody on a war horn. You
Like a
get an
foghorn.
extra. Everybody gets a extra D6 hit points back.
Nice.
Nice. You can all roll a d6. I'm just killing it today.
Great. Well, I have to say, I'm a little bit excited to explore this tomb.
Yeah, I've been
It
waiting.
was supposed to be some kind of real big deal from what I heard.
Yeah. Well, and
Angus- Oh, go ahead, Taylor.
I was just gonna. Erie says to Angus, didn't your clan fought beside Grahlkhan? I'm remembering that correctly.
Sure.
I
That's
have
how
it
it
written
went down.
down somewhere in my notes. I'm pretty sure.
Angus is going to kick himself for not doing this before he rolled his dice, but he's going to cut his finger and activate the ring.
Oh, ring.
Now that we are the next place that the ring has directed us.
Oh.
Angus, the ring opens into this armillary sphere, and begins hovering above your palm, rotating and spinning.
Oh yeah, he usually has done this like when Lothar's not been around, but he kind of forgets about that right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's okay. Lothar has like insidiously just crept into the party, and so now he's one of the
Yeah.
gang. And I think Lothar like is gonna like, but as you like are looking into the spinning, the sphere, the edges of the ring like rotating around till the point that they're going so fast, you see this flickering images inside of it. And what you see are a great mall and a black rod with like a huge spiked ball at the top of it. In the form of an X. That's my X card. I just X carded myself. They are crossed over one another. You just see them.
2 malls, you said?
A mall.
A mall.
And like a big kind of Morning Star type thing, right? Like a long, like haft with like a big spiked ball at the top of it.
I would go over there and grab them all.
It's the image in the ring. We don't actually see him.
No.
Don't reach in.
Chris just comes like darting over.
Your hand in a rotating fan, like Angus tries to hold him back.
Don't touch it. Where is our...
So why are we after this mall?
We're not necessarily after it, but they are.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but I'm trying to stop whatever they're trying to do.
Make a history check with advantage, Angus.
Why are you trying to stop whatever they want to do?
Because they're bad people. And
The door?
Not all of them.
Okay.
Are you talking about the dwarves?
No.
No.
Oh,
The dynasty.
okay. I was confused.
I
Sorry.
mean, in her defense, there's a few separate factions at this point. Angus, you recall many of the tales of the Mall of Titans, forged by the Titans, for the Titans, at the Titans Hall. After the first arrival, before the second arrival, the Great Invasion, it was used as like a great weapon during the Great War by many who fell, as well as a number of dwarven heroes, Gural Khan being the last to hold it. And it was entombed with him here because there was a collective fear that the defenders were kind of losing so much ground to the chromatic invasion that they were like, we had best just bury it in this tomb with this ancient hero rather than let it fall into their hands. You're not sure that you recognize the Morningstar type device. And so I think that as you guys have finished your short rest, is Beaudry Ironstave allowed in your dome?
Oh, yeah.
I think he like steps into the dome with the 5 of you, and he's like, "How fare ya?"
Better. How are you?
Good.
He says, "Well, those of us that yet remain are ready. I'm not sure how best to proceed. If it would serve us to leave some here at the door guarding away behind."
We were discussing collapsing the entrance again. And either digging out
considered
later or finding another way out. There's got to be another way out.
We considered it as well. He says, "Rap on Brunhild, Landry, and Donald. They know their way around the stones. They think it can be done. Careful enough to get us back out afterwards. With 10 dwarves here, we could move a mountain if we had to with time.
I'm hopeful that there's still some air shaft somewhere in here from the construction.
Oh, fear not. Our kin didn't build this place to suffocate us.
Well, I mean, for an alternate way out. It's got to be at least big enough for a dwarf.
He says, from the documents that I've seen in the old lore, I believe there is a way out the back. Secret entrance high in the peaks.
Okay. And yeah, let's...
Do you think there's a secret exit?
I believe they may be the same thing, my friend.
Ulrich's laughing.
It's very, polite. It seems like.
And yeah, let's get moving. I'd rather be as far away from that dragon as possible.
We had discussed the possibility of bringing down the entrance and finding a place for a proper rest. If we're talking about facing an enemy as strong as we fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. We're anxious. It took us some months to get here, and we've lost much along the way, but we're wounded too. They'll overextend themselves before they admit how tired and battered they are.
Maybe
a rest would go a long way.
Maybe it'll give our enemies a chance to set off some of the traps for us along the way.
One might hope.
All right. So
yeah, I think Eerie walks out of the dome and it disappears.
And so I think Beaudry Ironstave rolls out, and he's just like, Donald, Landry, Brunhild, Rappin, get to work on the rocks. Block the passage. We don't want that dragon crawling in behind us, and we don't want these snakes getting away if they make their way around us. Let's trap them in here with us. The rest of you, help them as they need. I'll stay with the lot of you if that's all right.
Sounds great.
Shall we then?
We shall.
All right.
And so the six of you, I think Lothar is like, should I stay here or?
No.
You know what? No, never mind. Never mind. I'm going to go with you. So the six of you begin to make your way. As you head down past this wide kind of double door arched entry, you see there is like this T intersection. To the right, this massive kind of hallway, as like enormous as it is, scaled for giants and the enormous titans, as it were, is like completely collapsed in on itself, rubble everywhere. This looks like a solid wall of rock. As you turn to the left, you see that in fact there's a smaller door up against the wall, a typically sized door, right? Probably like just over 6 feet, 7 feet or whatever, and a couple of feet wide. And it like hangs like cracked open just a little bit. And I think that, yeah.
Shall we go investigate that slightly open door?
Let me make an investigation check, Erie.
Okay.
Service entrance?
I'm good at that. Ooh, not
You're
this
really
time.
good at that. Just not right now.
Not right now.
As you're scoping it out, like there's nothing really like, you're peering at it from where you are, and there's nothing really to like note specifically. But I think that as you look in behind, you could see the tunnels are much smaller scaled. It looks like they're scaled for dwarves.
Does it look like the floor around it, like the dust has been disturbed, or
Why don't you make an investigation check?
All right.
Or survival check?
Ooh, gosh, you guys.
Yeah, you got no. I mean, like, it's like dust everywhere. There's not dust. There's cobwebs. There's rubble. It's like really hard to tell, man. It's not as clean as Erkengard was. Survival check. What do you're looking for tracks or something?
He asked if it had been disturbed, so I think he assumed he was looking for if there had been tracks through there recently.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I?
What's the marching order? Yeah, go for it, Taylor.
Erie, like, can she like kind of open the door a little bit?
Yeah, if she like pushes the door open. I think like a little bit of rock. It's a stone door, and it like creaks the tiniest bit. And I think a little bit of like rock kind of falls off near where sort of the handle, like locking mechanism is. And you see the tunnel leading in behind. It's much smaller than like the entryway or the other tunnel leading in the other direction. It's only like, 8 feet high. Like, it's probably like, Angus, you gotta like crouch a little bit, though you don't have to like crawl or anything like that. And like 5 feet wide. And essentially you see a hallway leading in with what looks like a opening to the left, and then it turns to the right at the end. And I'm going to ask you, what's the marching order as you proceed in, because you can only go single file.
oh yeah.
I think Erie, would probably go first. She's going through the door.
Order of ascending height.
Yes.
So we had going.
By height.
So
Except with Lothar not in the front. Okay, cool.
I forgot about him. Where's he fit into this?
You guys are up in the right side of the map, like.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Top right.
Oh, there we are.
Aha. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy boy.
Let us
Who's-
go to the map.
Is that Beaudry?
Yes.
He's with us?
Dungeon
Yes.
time.
He left the other dwarves to like back each other up and collapse the tunnel behind you. But the 4 of you are accompanied by Beaudry and Lothar, of course.
Wonderful.
Let's put Lothar between me and Beaudry.
You got it.
So it's boop, 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 boop.
Eerie, as you're like leading, you make your way about like 15 feet into this hallway, and you can see there's these kind of steps leading down to your left. And I think as you like peer down in that way, you see this dim light coming from like both kind of corners of the room, and you hear like, and you turn and look, and what you see are a pair of fire beetles. They're not like massive. They're probably like, I don't know, a little bit smaller than you are. And they seem to be like chewing away at something underneath them. And as the pair of you come in, like one of them like turns looking over, like, and you hear like there's like this kind of like soft, fiery kind of rumbling next to them, as it were. And
Oh dear.
I think that it like turns looking over to you. And with that, I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative.
I was waiting for
There's
it.
bugs. There's a creepy looking bug with fire.
Creepy bugs.
Creepy bug. I don't like it. Goodness, that's my second 9. Oh,
9's a power number though for you, isn't
9.
it?
Yeah, it is my favorite number.
9.
9.
9. Well, shucks.
I got Ulrich, I got Eerie, I got Angus. I need a Lothar.
Why am I?
And a Beaudry Ironstave, Oops.
Bodri.
You would think I have all these like set up already, like I'm some kind of I know what I'm doing professional or something. Okay, cool.
Damn.
I think like Beaudry from the back is like, what do you see, girl?
Bug. Oof.
My man is tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna hold his action. Ulrich, what do you want to do?
I am going to move through my friendly space to the entrance of the room.
Mm-hmm.
I can still only see one of them. I guess.
You see light peering out from around this corner.
Okay. You know, owls. They're magic creatures. I'm gonna, with the shield, I'm gonna move up and attack with the throwing axe. 2 attacks with the by hand. I'm not gonna throw it, but 2 attacks with the hand axe.
Okay, you come like stepping up, shield in one hand, hand axe in the other, and as you turn, you see the second beetle over here in the corner. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
All right. Here we go.
23 hits, 11 does not. The 23 like chop cleaves down into it. The 11 like deflecting off of its shell for 7 points of damage. You got it. I think that you just like swing the axe down and like cleave right into this thing's head and kill it.
Wow.
So you technically still have the second attack.
Okay, then if I killed it with the first attack, then I would have thrown the hand axe at the other one and recalled it. So
got it. Go for it. Oh, so it still wouldn't miss. So the 11, like, I think that like the bug like drops down low as like the axe like clatters off the wall behind it, falling, and you're like recall it back in your hand. Lothar is up on 10.
Isn't it Crixus?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I see Crixus at 4.
He rolled a 12 first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You gotta give me the heads up.
I just wanted to.
No, good catch.
That.
Yeah, good catch.
Oh, no, it's okay. I made a mistake, so it's 4. I'm not really moving fast anyway. I wasn't aware of anything. My character, Crixus was like, "What's going on?"
Okay, so Lothar goes. Keeping me on my toes. Lothar goes. He's like, what's going on? What do I do? He like kind of like he darts past kind of Crixus and Angus, and then I think he even like boldly takes a step here past Eerie, peering into the room, and he's like, what do we do? And he's gonna
kill the other one.
He's gonna hold his action to shoot if anything appears. Eerie, you're up on 9.
Okay. I guess Eerie will also step into the room. Because keep stepping and keep stepping. Step one more time. I think.
There it is.
There it is. And she will look at it, see it. Oh shoot. She can see that there's like fire. Right?
Yeah. I mean, make a nature check.
Okay.
But yes, she can.
I'm supposed to be good at nature.
Bugbear's in the chat. Like, I need to like get it out of my head. You keep saying bug. Yeah, you know these things. They're giant fire beetles. There's many of them in like the subterranean depths of the Drakencaern Mountains.
And they're fire beetles.
Yeah, they're definitively fire beetles. Yeah. All the things that you might expect are very real about them. Don't forget that you're a lore master wizard.
Thank you. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's been so long. So yeah, great. That's a wonderful point. So yeah, Eerie will cast Firebolt. But
Oh no, Eerie, what are you doing?
No, but it's gonna be ice instead of fire. What? That's so cool. I didn't have to do
This
that.
like
Doesn't
bolt
matter.
of ice launches out of the tiny gnome's hand, and I think that like it's like searing towards it, and you could see the heat kind of rolling in waves off these bugs, and the bolt of ice I think just like melts off like. We hear this hiss of steam as it would have connected with the creature. Eerie, that was your action. You have movement and a bonus action. Anything else?
I think I have 5 more feet of movement, so she's gonna just boop, 1 more step back.
She just darts
And-
back a little bit.
Point of order, I'm pretty sure that I cast Mage Armor on myself last time. So technically it should still be up.
Yeah, it'll definitely be up. You get your 8 hours. Let's just keep that in mind. You got your armor class set, right? Okay,
I
cool.
do.
Angus, you're up on 6.
Angus will move ahead 15 feet to the mouth of the corridor. He will step in 10 more feet. He still doesn't see any other.
You see them both looking to the left, right? Like you can tell where your friends are looking at least.
And I'm done.
And you can see that there's a hallway over here too, right? I'm going to move you over 1 space because that's a pillar in the center of the room. I just didn't draw a line of sight on everything. Are you holding your action? Anything like that?
I can. No, I'm going to keep moving. I see another creature, and I'm done.
You guys hear Lothar scream from further back behind you as beetles like collapse on him. He's got his short bow in hand. He's going to take 2 shots with disadvantage.
Dang.
Sadness
I know.
for poor Lothar. The first hits, the second does not. He like thunks an arrow into this thing and it drops. But sadly for him, more of them are like piling down the hall. And I think Lothar is like, there's a whole lot of them up here. These idiots must have broken open a nest. And they're going to attack. Oops, that second one can attack, actually. Just the first with a pain in the neck. So the first one misses with that. From here, this one comes like scurrying in at you, Ulrich. And a second appears here as it comes in around the corner.
Oh, there's lots of them.
And then one shows up here, like barreling out from behind where this other one was. I'm not forgetting any from up here.
No thanks. No way.
The dramatic reaction, Taylor. Too much. This is for Ulrich. This is for Eerie. 17 get you, Ulrich?
Nope.
Oh, man said, And this one also for Ulrich. 11. Gosh, they're pathetic. They're all like come rushing at you. Eerie, the one like tries to like bite at you, and yeah, you just like shove the staff at it, like pushing it away, right? The end of it like glowing. We're watching the light like bob through the room. Shadows dancing everywhere. That's the Beatles on 4.1. Crixus Copperstone is up on 4.
Wow. It's fire beetle heaven right now.
No.
Are there a couple in the corridor? I can't see.
Yeah, Lothar has like 2 right on top of him. And he's got his bow in his hand like, there's a ton of them!
That bold move. What was he thinking, stepping? Taking that bold
he was
step.
almost trying to protect the gnome.
I better speed it up before I get... All right, so I cast quick action or with a free action or magic stone, and I do magic stone with the beetle that's attacking Lothar.
I was going to say, Crixus got some sick new spells. 19 totally hits with... Your little bolt comes like sailing in and just like crack you hear the shell shatter, and I think we see this little like molten eruption, almost like this lava-like blood begins kind of like sieving up out of the crack. You can't stand next to him. It's a 5-foot tunnel. You could get behind him, but you can't stand in the same space
Get
next to
behind
him.
him.
Okay. We'll do one of those. And so that's Crixus's turn. Beaudry goes on 18, and he's like, just bugs, boy! And he comes like barreling forward and like shoves little Lothar out of the way, and he snatches out his maul and is like, and hammers into it. 21. Crack! You hear this like just this retort as the like maul cracks into the stone, and we see like lava smash up against the stone wall and begin like kind of melting the rock. That's Beaudry's turn. Ulrich, you're up on 13.
I'm gonna same thing. Swing for the one closest with the hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
And misses.
It like glances off the thing's shell as it's like trying to like grab at your legs, and you're kind of like weaving around it, the heat rolling off, right?
I'm gonna try one more time.
Yeah.
Hits.
For 9.
9.
9. Yeah. Which one, Ulrich? Left
Closest.
or bottom? They're both on top of you, so like.
Well, one's dead. Bottommost is dead.
No, a
No.
second one came in.
Did you move one on top of the X, Rich?
Yep.
Yeah. maybe you
Oh,
can't see
okay.
it.
That's what
Yeah.
screwed me up. All right. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah,
no problem.
Then I would say the one closest to me, bottom left.
Got it. Crack! The freaking axe like cleaves down in, shearing the carapace. This like molten blood kind of pouring out of it. Ulrich, that's your first or that's
No,
just
that was it.
that's both attacks, right?
Yep.
You missed one. Lothar goes on 10. He's just like, thanks, Gorf, and like steps here in the hallway, like son of
What am I,
he
chopped
comes in.
liver, Lothar?
You saved my life, and he like kind of like darts in here over into the corner of the room, and he was much more concerned with the guy who got in between him and the bug, you know. And he will shoot at this one that's in front of Eerie.
Ooh. Don't shoot me.
You hear like an arrow like punch into this. A second arrow deflects off the column, but the bug next to you like just kind of like drops down low as we see the arrow, I think, like catch fire and just start burning, right? Like the part of it kind of falling off, collapsing down to the ground. That's Lothar on 10. Eerie, you're up on 9.
Okay. So she's got one in front of her, right? Oh no, he's dead.
There's still one down here in front of Ulrich. You can move. Yeah, Lothar covered you.
Great. Thanks. Can I move can I get close to it? Can I like step on or over the one that's dead? Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of tiny, but you like come up and are like,
Just like pole
like
vault
shove it
using
with the
her staff.
Okay, there you go. Sure.
And then yeah, she'll swing with her staff as well.
Oh my gosh! So we see Eerie literally like vault over the thing with her staff and like land like lightly, like she goes to like swing, and the whole thing is just not quite as graceful as she would have hoped.
Just like trip and fall.
Yeah, you stumble over the carcass a little bit, like smashing into the wall, and kind of like swing the staff, like sort of harmlessly deflects off of it. There's this heat radiating off of the thing. Angus, you're up on 6.
No.
Is it here? Like, is it, or is it like?
Yeah. It's really in this space. Yes.
Then Angus will move here to attack it.
Okay.
He swings his short sword of quickness.
Excellent.
12.
You punch down with the short sword, and bang, it deflects off of the thing's carapace. No dice.
I wheel around with my bonus action, and while I'm wheeling, the sword goes flying from my hand. I'm like, oh!
Yep. You're like, the sword like slips from your hand, clattering to the ground off of like the pillar next to you, and Lothar is like, "What are you doing?" With that, the fire beetle, the like last remaining one, goes. It proceeds to just like lunge again for Ulrich.
Never gonna die.
17 does not hit. Ulrich's shield is like boom, smashes into it, driving it back down to the ground. Crixus, you're up on 4.
Okay, so I move in here.
Sure.
Does the beetle have any sweets? Sorry.
Is it edible? Crunchy.
There's a candy that's like that. I forgot what it was called. It was hot something hot. I don't know. What was that candy, John? Hot something or other.
Like a
Red
beetle?
hot?
Hot bug guts. No, hot
I'm gonna
tamale.
do,
perhaps?
I'm gonna do a sacred flame.
Yeah. Crixus giving that radiant light to the stupid little bug. What do you got here? Deck save, I believe.
I believe it's a deck save. Well, do I roll for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a deck save. Oh.
I rolled an 11 on my deck save, and
Yay.
so we see this flame-like radiance of kind of turquoise, bluish light, like drop down over it, and very ironically, the holy light of Ruldo, the mirthful, conjured by this cleric of his bloodline, burns the fire beetle away. And with that, the bugs appear to have all
Yay.
been destroyed.
Erie immediately backs up, like, my eyebrows still here? That was hot. Too hot.
Your sweater is a little singed, yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing new.
Angus picks up his
It's a little dingy.
sword.
Hey, next time I jump out in front, somebody please tie me up.
Oh, it keeps going down here.
Ulrich, where are you going?
I'm
All right.
just looking around. I'm right here. I'm just looking around a little bit.
Gosh,
Keep going. Keep going.
don't scare me like that. I just can walk away.
Just
Or I
looking
can't
around a
see
little
you.
bit.
He's not mad.
What do you say? Are we going this way then?
Well, what does this room look like? Like, what is it?
So as you peer around at this room, it's got like this long column in the center of it holding up, or attached to the ceiling, I should say. And as you like peer around at the walls, you could see that it looks like there were like frescoes almost painted on them, and that the paint is like worn and chipped and peeling, covered in dust and cobwebs. It's like kind of hard to make it out as it is. But you guys have a lot of light in here, and you're kind of like peering. You could see most of what looks like almost like a battle scene, right? But great portions of it have kind of like flaked off and are damaged. You know.
Is there two ways out of this room, Rich?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, okay. Which
There
way did
is
Hulk
a
go? Did I
hallway
see that one?
here. Ulrich went down here, and then he proceeded to come around and over.
Oh well, we saw him. He walked by. Do. Oh, okay.
No, you didn't see him behind this wall, but otherwise, yeah, you saw him go down
That
here, and then
way.
you
I'm
hear
gonna
him over
look here. Oh, hello, Ulrich.
Is there any
Okay.
entrances down there, Ulrich?
There's a hallway.
You said these were stairs, Rich, up here to the north?
Yep.
But just
Yep,
like
just
2 or 3 steps.
couple.
Or like, I guess, 2 or
Yeah.
3 steps.
Yep, just
There's
a few
hey, there's a
stairs
hallway
up,
down
a
here.
little up.
Ulrich, how does the hallway smell?
That's a
I
very.
you
think
make a-
you would have a better nose for that. You should come down and find out.
Hey, Rich, I'm gonna
Alright,
roll. Can I look for tracks rolling survival?
Sure.
Just I don't know.
In this area, you mean? Like back here in this general space?
Wait, where I am right now, toward where Ulrich was going. That's what I'm looking
Yep.
over here.
So as you look down there, you see like what's very clearly the tracks of like the fire beetles, right? There's almost like this burning on the ground you can see. And it seems like it's like a highly trafficked area by these creatures, as the floor is very much like singed and scorched. But there don't appear to be any kind of like like humanoid hoofprints or humanoid footprints or minotaur hoofprints or whatever in this kind of like ashy, like burned floor, right?
Hey, this keeps going down here.
Whole wreck.
And so, Angus, this room that like you've kind of like walked down into, there's this sort of like low wall here in
I
the
don't see
center.
anybody.
And as you're kind of like looking around, you see in this room, Angus, like a bunch of shelves kind of lining the walls. It seems almost like this was like almost like a supply kind of space, right?
Do I have to roll for supplies?
Ooh.
It's what the custodian said.
Erie does go to either like hallway and sniffs.
Make a perception
He
check.
does sniff check.
I'm not going too far. I'm
Angus,
just trying to get away of the land.
Angus sees Crixus walk in, and he'll say, "You want to help me search? There might be supplies in here that we could use, or a clue."
Okay.
Escape
15.
dungeon. 15, Erie. As you kind of in this room where you are, you're like right where you're standing. You're
Whoa.
sniffing.
And she's going to where the hallway was that Hallrick found.
I will
Okay.
accompany her.
Sniff.
Safety.
So
Buddy
as you
system.
take, I'm gonna put you on the other side. As you take this kind of like big like sniffing the air, it's very stale compared to like the tunnels beneath Erkengard itself, right? It smells decidedly like scorched and burned, right? Which you get the impression is like, oh yeah, okay, there's a bunch of fire beetles creeping around in this freaking place. You know what I mean? Like that makes sense. And I think mingled with that, you're like catching the scent of like dust, you know, that perpetual, that like dusty, you know, it's in the air. You could smell it.
Okay.
I'm not that good at investigating, so if Crixus starts poking around, I'm gonna like hold up my shield to like help him search.
Cool, Crixus, you want to make like an investigation check?
Advantage.
I think that you're probably better than I am. That's what Crixus says.
Oh,
I thought I was helping you out.
oh,
I think that's probably.
Why don't you take an investigation check with advantage then, Angus? As Crixus is kind of like moving stuff around in some of the shelves, you're seeing lots of like there's like old like chunks of stone and stuff like this, and like it's very kind of haphazard. Each of these kind of shelves covered in cobwebs, the higher ones especially, right?
Erie goes to sniff the other
18.
hallway.
18. Angus, as you start like scoping out through these like various kind of shelves and stuff, what you're realizing you're seeing are like the tools and equipment to like mark kind of plaques. These bits of stone that you're finding are kind of like small square pieces and round pieces, and you're realizing that like they're polished and worked, and they would be the type of thing that you might use to put like a plaque on a monument, or even perhaps on like a sarcophagus or something like that, right? I think you find stoneworking tools, if anybody wants those. There are definitively like stoneworkers tools in this space. Chisel, hammer, you know, like pry bar, all this kind of stuff that you might use for etching and like attaching and fixing. I think that there's this like ancient kind of like crocks that you like take the top off of, and there's this kind of dust inside that you'd be able to recognize.
really ugly shoes.
I was just about to say you totally
Spice
Croc.
keeps going.
Ancient.
I don't even
ancient
know.
Crocs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. Do you mean like these? I'm such a loser. I'm wearing Crocs.
Crazy,
So,
like,
I love my
platform
Crocs. But what you're seeing are like these crockeries that are filled with this kind of dust, and I think Angus recognizes it as a kind of like rudimentary kind of cement used to like affix stone to other stone. It's the kind of stuff you would have seen before in Erkengard. But I think that with the roll of 18 as you're looking, I think as you kind of like move one of the crocs, you see that there's like this very kind of small wooden box behind it. like bigger than a jewelry box, maybe like the size of like a music box or something like that. And as you kind of like slide it back and like lift the lid, it's made of stone. It's this sort of bluish marbled stone. It's very smooth and polished, and the lid like just opens seamlessly, quietly.
Oh, whip it
And
not
what
be
you
trapped,
see-
Rich.
Yeah. Roll in Constitution
Well, he's
and
already opened
Dexterity
it.
and Strength saving throw. What you see inside of it are
It's a
four
mimic.
small diamonds. Indeed, they are diamonds. There's a bunch of like small diamonds amongst like scattering of small emeralds and a few other like precious stones. A few pieces of like obsidian and bloodstone.
Crixus, look how pretty this is.
I'll take the diamonds and you take the emeralds.
No, that's not how this works.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. Angus, it's a sign. I'm gonna need the diamonds. And I look at him. Remember what happened before? Remember what happened before to Erie? I'm gonna need those diamonds. It allows me to bring back the dead. Bring people back from the dead. It's something to consider, of course, Angus, but I think it's a sign. And I look, I look into the camera and I wink. And then I go, but I think I look back at Angus. I said, whatever you think, though, is right. And then,
Angus is about to object, then he remembers that, no, that's a different PC that Kurt plays that wouldn't really be keen on that. Then, well, the room that we came in, Rich, where you said there were like all the frescoes on the wall and stuff.
Yes.
Did you like, this was just this area does not appear tomb-like, correct? Like this appears like a storeroom. The other one was like, was there like a purpose for the other room?
It felt like in the mind, I think of Angus, the lore bard, right? It felt almost like what's the word that I'm looking for? Like a memorial almost, you know what I mean? It seemed like it was probably some type of like artistic depiction of like these great heroes in their like last moments of struggle. Yeah.
You can hang on.
I think you heard say this keeps going pretty far down here.
Oh, Rick.
Really, I went down to the next corner, but I didn't really go any further. I don't want to go too far without everybody else. But
Well, hang on, too. Can I sniff the other hallway? The one that we came from?
You could. Are you looking for spider pheromones?
are you
No.
actively marking while you go too? I mean, to cover up somebody else's scent? What do you?
There's nobody... Come on, you guys. Lord of the Rings. Wizards. Come on. Keep up.
Never.
I'm just teasing. I'm like dialed right in, Taylor. I know.
And, like-
Just the spider pheromones are too fun, you know.
It's been like 20 years since I've seen the movie.
Kurt.
There's a book.
Yes.
Kurt, there's a book.
The
Trolls
I know it's been
have
20
re-entered
years
the
since I've read
chat.
the book.
Kurt.
Crixus, why don't you hang on to these? And he'll hand you the box of gems.
Oh, Crixus, write down box of gems.
Good. How does the emeralds taste?
You taste them?
Well,
They taste like rocks.
oh,
You
I would
throw
think
like
they
a
would
handful
taste,
of them
I
in
thought
your
they would
mouth,
taste
or
a
is
little
it
better
just
for
one?
me. All right.
Do you take just one, or like a handful of them? What's this like? Is this like the I'm meticulously choosing each color Skittle, or the like let's go for a whole medley?
He's about to put rocks in his mouth. I'm gonna like gently grab his wrist and be like, "No, these aren't food. These are gems.
But they look so pretty.
They do.
So
But
pretty.
you don't put pretty. You don't just because it's pretty doesn't mean you put it in your mouth.
I mean, that's what they used to tell me. I think you're.
Go check something.
Title of the episode.
But I like pretty things. But I'll give to you, and I'll keep them in the box, nice and safe.
Oh my goodness.
Taylor's killing me.
Is there ever going to be a day these conversations stop with him? You know? And
No.
No.
Never
It's
grow up,
deeply
Crixus.
unlikely.
Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy.
Genuine question.
Will he ever have me stop having these conversations?
I'm home.
You'll never grow up.
So I think Beaudry Ironstave as the avatar of the dungeon master is like, so where are we going next?
What does the hallway smell
Hell
like?
with a handbasket.
Oh yeah. What'd you get on your perception check?
Okay.
Someone's obsessed with smelling.
No, that's persuasion. Oh, can I keep it, please?
It looked.
How can you keep it though?
That's
Where's
terrible.
Siri?
Sniffing the other hallway.
What you
She's
smell,
been
Erie?
sniffing around a lot.
What's this?
You smell? Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. The nose knows. What you smell, Erie?
You want me to re-roll, Rich?
Why?
Are you
'Cause
back
you
up
rolled
where
persuasion?
Lothar?
Who cares? You rolled a 20 on a 20-sided die.
Yay.
You sniff and you smell the like charred burning and you
Yeah.
smell the dust. And I think you catch the faintest whiff of an odor similar to Angus's.
It smells like
You
Angus, or it smells
guys.
like the spider pheromones that Angus often conjures.
No, it's not spider pheromones. It's not spider
Erie
pheromones.
comes back into the room.
So where were you, Erie?
Up where we came from, there was a hallway that continued from where we
Where
came
Lothar
from.
was attacked?
Yes.
Okay.
Erie like kind of tries to call everybody. Guys, come here. Gather.
All of us are down here. It'd be less work for you to come here.
I thought it'd be cool. There's frescoes and stuff, but whatever. We'll sit in the storage room.
No, there's a hallway down here.
I know there's a hallway. Okay. I think Malkaden is the other way.
Wait, he's in here?
I thought the plan was to rest. Wasn't the plan to rest?
That was part of the plan, as I recall.
I'm
So-
just
We
letting you
haven't
guys
found a room
know.
that could hold
Okay,
us.
so
Yeah.
if our goal is to rest and Malkanen is that way,
It's that way.
which way do you think I believe we should go?
In the direction of Belkanen.
Is this Dora the Explorer? Which way do you think we should go?
No, he said which way we should. We
To
should
the
go. He
alligator
would think to
pit?
go.
To the quicksand?
After all the Die Hard references we make around Taylor, I guess I have to sit through these references I just don't.
Yeah.
Ah, you do.
Gotta deal
Yes,
with that.
you do.
Sorry.
This is what happens to us
Also,
olds
I
when Taylor
know
gets
Die
on a
Hard.
roll.
I know Die Hard. Like I know I'm young, but I'm an old soul, okay? I know Die Hard. That's old
Yeah,
soul,
true.
right? That
we all
counts.
gathered you were young when you started referencing Dora the Explorer, but we
Hey.
all
Listen, you don't understand the things that rattle around in my head on a daily basis. I don't know if you remember, but I referenced the map from Dora because of Angus's ring at the very beginning.
I deeply recall.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's here, but it is. Yeah.
Let's head south along this corridor and look for, because we haven't found a place big enough to hold your dome yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kinda.
No, we haven't.
Yeah. So let's keep going.
We need like a 40 by 40 foot room.
Hmm.
Well, 20 by 20.
No, because it's 20-foot radius, which is 40
No,
foot.
it's 10-foot radius.
Oh,
Well, that changes everything.
it changes things then, actually.
now. Yeah, that means we can fit into someplace right here.
Yeah.
You can see Ulrich say
Well, we still can't do it in the
Yeah.
first because there's that freaking pillar in the center.
that tunnel goes to the edge of the map.
I think, yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Howard, do you see any secret dwarven passages
I
that
don't
only
know if I
dwarven
have
eyes
that
can
skill.
see?
Do I have that skill?
Of course
I'm
you
not
do.
that-
You're a dwarf.
You have to actually look for them, I think.
You do have to actually look for them.
Oh.
This is not like old school. You can make a look and you have advantage on any checks related to stone or stonework.
I'm
So
gonna.
if you're
Well,
looking-
so does this hallway genuinely just end right here, or does it continue down? And
It goes.
I think there's smashed rubble at the end of the
Okay,
hall.
fair enough.
Right.
Note to self: Don't look at the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
You can look at it now. You can look at it now. Here you go. No, you can't. I take
No,
it
you
all
can't.
back. God damn it. God damn it.
I have not. What's wrong with you people?
Okay, now we can.
The focus is Roll20, people, not the Twitch stream. Come on. All right, so
Yeah,
what?
but just
so what?
stay logged in over there anyway. That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Shall we-
So
Shall
what
we
do I?
resume our
So what do you
marketing?
want? Investigation for doors? Is it an investigation check?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get
What
advantage
mine
on it.
says. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Wait, can we?
the corridor turns at the end there.
Yes, it does.
There are no secret passages.
Sweet.
The corridor does turn at the end here.
Should we
Yes.
just assume? Never mind. There he goes. Do we want it? Nope. Never mind. There he goes again. I was gonna say, do we want to just assume our? Nope. Never mind.
Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? I'm taking some liberties.
Is there rubble at the end of this hallway too?
Liberty, liberty. There's not. That hallway
No, to the
leads
south.
down. It's like a pitching hall that leads downward, and I think you see a door at the end of it.
Down here.
Yeah, there's a big stone door right at the bottom, at the base of it.
Well, I want to see what's in this room first.
Oh, Rick, don't go too far.
You're right there. Give me a break.
Right there. That's like all my full movement to where you are.
Oops! I just ran through a wall. Where'd Ulrich go?
I'm up north.
Are we not checking out that door back there?
Seems not, boy. No.
I'm looking for a room to rest in. No, I'm not opening more doors and making more noise.
Feels
Well, guess
for
what's a
some
good way to
reason.
find rooms? Opening doors.
Stop.
Oh.
Freeze, John. Freeze.
Yes.
As you come into that room,
I
I
catch
will
a
catch
line of
everybody
sight.
up. If everybody wants to continue following, right?
Yeah,
Is that what's
Yuri
happening here?
would be following quickly behind.
Got it.
You hear
as
me
you
whisper. Sorry.
As you come around the corner of this room, Ulrich, you turn and you peer up. You see that there's a door right around the corner with stairs leading upwards, and you catch sight of the blue armored form of one of the Sapphire Legion soldiers. He seems to be standing at that door looking directly this way. So I'm going to give you a moment where you can make a stealth check because you're at the corner. He might not see you, and he's going to make a perception check, and we'll see what happens.
Can I help? Can Yuri try and pull Ulrich back as she sees him kind of freeze?
Okay, yeah. I'll give it to you.
Going for stealth.
With advantage, apparently.
Yes.
Because kind DM.
Oh, you don't even need it.
Well, it depends on the perception score.
Stealthy dwarf. Come on.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
So you peek around and you catch sight of the soldier who's monitoring, and I think that all of you can just hear through the kind of echoing halls of the chamber from up north the sound of a hammering, tank, 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 tink, tank, tink, 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 tank, tink, tink, tank, tink, tink.
What is that?
Where does it sound like it's coming from?
From just past where that soldier you saw was.
So I would double back and just tell him, hey, there's a stairway that goes up to the left, and inside there's a blue armored soldier, but he didn't see me.
Okay. Do you want to go see what's up with that room back there?
But they're hammering. They're hammering on something in there. They're trying to get into something. I think we should go in there and kill them all.
It's
I mean,
why did we bother with the stealth check? Because we know we're just going to go attack anyway.
Well, maybe we can go around the other side and get closer before we're seen. Because it seemed like it was through a doorway. It was a doorway upstairs, and maybe if we double back the other way, maybe somebody's quieter than me and can go out in front. Because
Are
I don't
any
know.
of us quieter?
I mean, I'm quiet, but I'm not going up there alone.
Yeah, not you.
I mean, X
Right.
is a little quiet, but not greatly.
I think Baudrillard
Actually-
like looks down at his plate mail and he's like,
Yeah, I'm.
All right, so are we just
wildly
running up into the room then? Is that the plan? Since
Well,
none of us are
it
quiet.
can- should-
That other door. That
Yeah. I mean, they might not see us if we're right under their nose, you know?
but the question is,
Okay.
will they accomplish what they need to accomplish in 8 hours?
Right. I want to look around the other corner, which may bite me in the ass, but I want to like try to peer around the other corner.
as you look up into this room, you see nothing. I think that like you catch sight of like the wall on the far side. It's got like another of these kind of frescoes stylized in there, and actually they should be there, but they're a whole series of fear not, it's not going to be enemies, but there's a series of like stone sarcophagus in here.
Yuri like kind of face palms a little bit. She's like, "Hey, I can send Denon to go see what's up in that room."
Yeah. Let's just hope they don't think it's odd there's a squirrel in here.
Well, he can stay in the shadows. He'll be fine. He's good
Okay.
at this. All right. I'm going in. All right. I like take Denon like out from my little coat, and I put him down. I'm like, "Hey, can you go check that room out? Be really quiet. Don't let them see you."
And what do you do? You sit down?
Yeah, she sits down against the wall.
Okay, you got Denon.
Right.
Right, then.
That was a blast from the past. That's
Yeah.
it. To bring it back to the 80s, Kurt. Come on. Let's get the average age of this stream back on track.
So yeah, Denon is gonna go. I think maybe he'll try going up first. I can't
Upwards
grab
and
him.
onwards. You can't grab him.
Not
What a freaking crap ODM to do this. Ooh, look at all these monsters. I should have used some of those instead. Okay, you got him. You got it,
Do I
Denon.
have it? I don't have his vision though, so I'd have to.
Oh no!
Can I move-
Let's do this. Hold on. Give me one of those. We give me one of these. We give it this,
These.
and then this. Gosh, I should have done this. I'm sorry, friends. How about now?
Yes. Here we go. So this room just kind of goes. Yeah, and he's staying like up against the wall, I think, just like really in the shadows over here.
I am gonna roll Denon's stealth check, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want for Denon to have whisperable ability here. Gosh. He should have a better stealth check. Oops. I didn't do that secretly. Never mind. That was a whole bunch of a whole
Also,
to do
it's
about
Denon
nothing.
with 2 E's.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
where are the 2 E's? There are 2 E's already. There's 2 E's and 3 N's. Just kidding. Where do you want the 2 E's?
That's
Is
what
it
it should
Demon?
be. But I
Demon?
don't know. In the dex check, it says Denon with an I.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
It doesn't
changed
really
it.
matter that
I
much.
changed it. It's good. It does. It's very important. Okay, you have control. You're like peering through the eyes of the tiny ground squirrel who appears as a chipmunk to we untrained naturalists. And so he scurries along the base of the wall, the camera like trailing just behind him as he kind of like pauses and like stands kind of peering into this room with these sarcophagi. You see that there are a series of exits from this place.
There's stairs.
Above you are to the north rather are a short set of stairs similar to the other ones you went up, leading up into that room. A pillar right in front of you, another further back.
Okay. I think he's just gonna come up to this corner. Oh.
Probably need one more space. Right, and so as Denon comes up here, I believe that you see the towering, hulking, massive form that is Melkanon, the first dragoon. Right? He does not have this weapon out to bear here like this, but the massive, like, spiking horns rolling out in front of his kind of like black, purplish fur, the bristly hair like rolling up off of his back. You see this like nightmarish, like morning star he's got kind of like hanging on a strap over his shoulder, and he's standing at a stone sarcophagus that is raised up on a kind of dais in the center of the room with all this kind of mosaic work in a circle around it. And he's got a hammer and he's got a bar and he's just like going around the edge. Tank, 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 like cracking the top loose, it appears.
Okay.
As Denon steps up, I'm sorry, but now stuff gets tricky.
Come on, baby boy.
I guess I would question how much they're interested, and like in the darkness, so they identify it as a squirrel, or would they think it's a rat at a distance?
He is unseen. What would you like to do?
Okay, I think that like Hulric, I don't know if you're like looking at Eerie or anything, but I think you see Eerie kind of like shiver a little bit.
Oh, nice. We like cut back to Eerie crouched in the hallway, slumped up against the wall, and like the shiver just runs through her.
And Denon's gonna turn right back around, come back to us, and then go the other way.
And he said,
Hulric's got
"Turn
the 10
back
wisdom.
around."
I think Denon's cold. Back on.
Denon's cold.
Denon
Where
with
am I
two
looking?
E's.
Are there any light sources down here?
Negative. There is light in this room. I did a poor job of it. There would be like light illuminating a kind of around the miniature, as it were.
Was this the corner that Hulric saw the soldier around?
The one back to the right.
Yeah,
It's
this
over-
one, right?
Over here.
Yeah. Is there a soldier here somewhere?
It was up to the left. I said there was a staircase
Oh, you
to
went,
the left
like,
that went
up.
up.
You can make a pit there, can you? Oh, that's right. Eerie's.
Okay, so it does like fully connect. Okay. Okay. And just for kicks, I think Eerie sends Denon like back to like, is the door closed to this other room? Or is it like slightly open?
I lost him. Where'd he go?
Back down to like with that room that we were talking
Oh, yeah,
about.
yeah. This room. Yeah, that door is open. This is the way you came from.
This door?
That door is closed. As Denon
Okay,
goes
that
over
one is
here and
closed.
looks down the hall, you see a hall at the bottom of the door. The tunnel is like sloping downwards, and there's a door there that's closed.
Okay.
Stone door.
All right. So then Eerie calls Denon back and she comes out of it.
So, what did you see?
Yeah, Melkanon is up there. The hammering sound is him trying to open a tomb, which I can only assume is in the middle. It's in the middle of the room. Like it seems important.
No,
And he's trying to get into it.
maybe we could lure them into a trap. Have one of them come down and. Can you do anything, Eerie, like
I
that?
mean, I can make a pit. It's not very big.
Well, it's something. Could you disguise the pit? Like darkness?
No.
In the old tales, they used to build trap doors. They call them murder holes. You drop your minotaur in there, and a lot of us can swarm them.
Well, I could make a pit and like maybe we could yell or something and
Could you sneak up there and make a pit underneath them, and they'll fall into the pit?
could try. It's not a big pit. I could
Well,
get maybe one of them.
Oh, it's
There's only one I'm concerned
I
about.
realize the lot of you have been traveling together for some time and you know each other well, but I didn't think we should send the gnome girl out alone. She seems a tad fragile and under-armored for...
How many? We know the Minotaur is that way. We know there's a guard that way. Are there just 2 foes?
It seems that way. I only saw Melkanen and 1 guard.
well, we could maybe lure them. Like I said before, we can make some sounds or something, and then one of them will come to investigate, and then you
I
can do
also-
some.
Not a bad plan.
What's the? How big is the pit again, Erie? You didn't say.
I think it's only it's a little small. 10
10.
10 foot cube.
That's pretty good.
Well, that's
Which I have to place on the ground within 10 feet of me.
Well, that's
That's less good.
well within 10 feet.
I could still do it, but I'd have to get close. And
Hmm.
that
What else
weapon on
can
his
you do,
back.
by the way, those. Do you have those patches again? Can those patches do anything?
That's
What
one of the
they
patches, right?
That is one of the patches.
What else?
Is Patches the squirrel's name?
No, and his name is
That's
Denon.
Denon with 2 E's.
Slow there. I have some lanterns. I have some poles. I have some rope.
Has Erie cast Mage Hand before?
No.
Does it look like Melkanen could fit down this hallway?
Mm-hmm. If Angus could do it, he can do it. I mean, he's like a little more hulking, but like he could do it. Yep.
I also don't have. I won't be able to hit as hard as I would normally if I was rested.
Maybe we could do is we could put it. For instance, there's a corner and it's a blind spot, and maybe we can make, like I said, try to lure them, and then have the pit right before the corner, and that might cover the area, and then.
I could cast Minor Illusion over the pit.
Oh.
Is it a big enough?
Yeah, but I mean, who's to say he's going to be the first one that comes down here?
Well, there's only 2.
There's only
Right.
2. Well, whoever comes down comes down. Well,
Right.
do we want to even bother with them now or no?
I mean, we got to do something.
If we're gonna do that, then that would be the first way that we should do something, right?
The illusion can be no bigger than a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
But that's perfect though. Especially if it's right by the corner, and then he turns around the corner and whoop.
Oh, you kind of like, yeah, you could put part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. It's a perfect trap. So, I mean, it's not a perfect trap, but it's a trap.
I mean, yeah, we could try maybe at least get the guard.
How big is the? By the way, how long does the pit last?
1 minute.
1 minute? You don't know.
No, that's the duration. I'm not saying 1 minute. Let me check. I'm saying the duration is 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, Erie, is that correct?
For the pit,
Yes.
I think that I think the pit just stays there.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant the illusion.
So what we could do is you can create the pit right now, and we could put something in there, like maybe get a pole or something and sharpen it. So when
I don't know if we're gonna have time to like set up a.
takes
pit
2
would-
seconds, takes about.
How
Are
are we
you
gonna get
telling me
poles
that this
to-
Minotaur is chipping away at Gural Khan's
Yeah.
coffin right now?
Yeah.
Right now.
We do have a
I
bunch
will
of
not let him lay hands on the old one.
All right, listen.
Need to-
We need to all try to tiptoe up and get out of the room,
No,
shoot
think that-
arrows at him, and then run back and see if he falls in the pit. And either way, we need to get this moving. Yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't.
Well, before we do that, I think that if we could also put a little bit of a pointy stick in the pit that might hurt.
How are we gonna make it stand up though? It's stone, right? Like there's nothing to like put it into.
Well, the stone of the floor
I
won't
have
be more
chisel.
than a foot
I
thick.
haven't had to. Excuse me. I didn't say that to our dwarven friend. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. What did you say?
He says the stone of the floor won't be more than a foot thick at best. Once you get beneath that, there'll be stone and rock and dirt all in mixed parts, I imagine. These mountains ain't pure rock all the way through. There's dirt in here.
I have an adamantium chisel, so we could definitely chip away and make a
We
little.
do not want to be hammering.
It's not hammering; it's just chiseling it away.
He's
don't
gonna
think we-
hear it though if we're right there.
Well, isn't that?
I think what he's
I
saying
think-
is that the stone that we're standing on is only about a foot thick. If
Yeah,
you put
so
a pit here,
If I make
there would
the
be
pit,
dirt
we'll be
down there.
okay.
There would be dirt down there that you could actually plant a pole in.
Well, then everything all's well that ends well. I see. Then
He was supporting your story, your idea.
So I guess let's let's move.
Rich, I
move,
fired
because
2
I don't think
arrows.
we have time.
what?
I fired 2 arrows.
Do you really?
Ulrich!
Fuck.
Damn it.
Maniac. Everybody roll initiative. Ulrich, fire 2 arrows. Go ahead and roll.
Wait a
Bitch.
minute. Wait, hold on a second. This is like, didn't we don't notice that Ulrich starts to move away?
Sure.
I mean, talking
Yeah,
to us, and all of a sudden,
Uh-huh.
he just, by the
I
way,
just did it. I
mean,
just did it
yeah,
on the
right.
map, and I rolled
That's-
stealth, and nobody noticed. I
you
mean,
hear him. Okay, just to slow it down. Let's gut check for a second. You
Okay.
do hear for Mike's question. You do hear you are talking and you're talking to Beaudry, but you hear Ulrich walking away. And I think as you look up, you see him turn the corner and head back into that room. But I think that John has just fired arrows.
Yeah. think
So
we're
I
in
don't
too
want to
deep now.
jam you up. But I think that John has taken initiative rather than rolled it, and I'm
That's
here
true,
we
he's not rolled it
find
yet.
Ourselves.
well, Yuri, now it's time to cast the pit. Now let's put the pit.
I need to
You're
get
gonna
within
put me on
10
the other
feet
side
of
of the
where I
pit.
can cast the pit. I need to get up there.
Well, don't block us from following Ulrich.
There's
Ulrich's
another
about to fall
way.
back.
Well, that was the whole point. We do want to block.
Well, there are 2 ways to get through. So
Exactly.
Here we go.
All right, so
Um,
did my 17 hit him?
Hold on a second. Hold on. There's a lot of things happening at once here. Just bear with me, man.
Ah,
We're all rolling initiative, and then he fired an arrow. That's really all that's going on.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's all I got going on. Bear with me here. Oh wow, that's gonna be.
I
rough.
am going to utilize my movement after firing said arrows.
Yep. But okay. Hang on a
Just
second.
throwing that on the table, that's all.
Right. I'm sitting here all right, they're going to talk for a bit longer. John's
Nope.
no. Okay, this
Well,
is cool.
we had a plan, pretty much.
I mean, the plan was pretty fully formed, at least, before arrows started being fired. I'll give him that much.
Hey, this is going to be great.
Okay. So, let's circle back. Ulrich has wandered down the hall by himself. The arrow sails from his bow. Would you roll a 17?
17.
Yeah, it hits and then bounces off of his armor. Deflecting.
Nice.
The second shot definitively hits the sarcophagus to no avail. I will allow you to move.
I move back and I say, all right, he's coming.
You gotta go behind her. You guys can't stand next to each other. You're either in front or behind.
All right, well, I want this corner, so wherever she's going to put it. And then I'm going to say, who wants my bow?
I don't think there's a lot of time for discourse. I think shit's happening now. Right?
Then I'm going to walk down. I'm going to just throw my bow down the hall. To
Okay,
whoever wants to pick
clatters
it up
to the
and
ground, Yep.
Take out my warhammer.
Okay, the bow clatters to the ground in between Eerie and Angus. It's sitting on the floor, and I think Lothar's what the fuck was that? And he backs up to the edge of the hall, drops down a stair, and just knocks an arrow.
Yeah.
He's holding his action to shoot if anybody appears here. On 1911, you hear this roaring voice coming from the north, get him! Here!
No. Nope. I'm good.
And we're glad everyone joined us for this moment, but we're gonna have to end right now because it's 11 o'clock. So thank everyone else.
And that's
It's
all,
been
folks.
wonderful.
I
This is a great moment to stop and pause.
You want to stop
Very
here?
exciting.
Do we stop here? This, by the way, like is a
What?
great moment to stop.
Tune
because
in next
what
2
happens
weeks.
next may take some time. So I just want to like gut check with everybody. We have a couple of options. We walk away right now. We come back next week and start the fight. We can play through a couple of rounds of combat, but I have a feeling this might not end quickly.
Next
or
week we can't play. I can't join next week on Monday.
Then we're playing. Let's go.
okay. Melkinen charges. Hold on a second. Let me double check myself.
This is how bad things happen.
Matthew knows what's going on.
No. The rash decision making at the end of a session when people are tired. This is how PCs die. Let's call it.
It's a vote to call it. I want you guys to vote here. Okay, that's one vote to call it. You guys like decide here. This is like I will be the tiebreaker should the need arise.
I'd say roll on for a couple of rounds. If we're not going to play for weeks, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, maybe a couple rounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
I'm for it too. What the hell?
Right? Come
Kurt?
on.
I
You've
mean,
been overruled.
I'm outnumbered. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just a couple. Just a couple.
Melkinen charges to
it'll be our
here.
last session anyway. So seriously, guys.
Probably, yeah, probably. I wouldn't sweat it too much as he like runs down to the end of the hallway. I need all of you to make DC 13 Wisdom saving throws.
All of us?
Yep.
Wisdom
No,
save?
no, not all of you. Hold on a second. Everybody except for Crixus and Lothar.
Fail.
Wisdom save.
That's what I thought.
Son of
That's
a
what I
biscuit.
thought, says
Fail.
Mike.
We are rolling terribly. Wait, why did we agree to do this? We've been rolling horribly tonight.
You made it, Taylor.
You failed,
I'm
you
not
said,
known for
Ulrich?
making wonderful decisions.
No, I'm saying you made the saving throw.
What's the
14.
DC?
Oh, 13. There you go.
Ulrich, Angus,
still.
you like feel this like ominous terror kind of like rolling through your bones as you hear the booming voice of Melkinen just like you are fools to follow us here. We will take your dragon boy and give him to Virago, who will spend 1,000 years spilling his entrails in glorious sacrifice to her rule. Then I will kill him with this dead dwarf's hammer. Yeah.
This is coming from the first dragon of the Sapphire Legion, everybody.
Yeah. Dragoon.
Dragoon.
Yeah, he's a dragoon. Wisdom saves is what I said, eh? My man Beaudry is booked. He's like, it's like terror fills his heart and he regrets his choices. Melkinen, quite fortunately for you, has run out of movement speed. Ulrich, you're up on 15. You are afraid. You are frightened. You may not move in the direction of the source of your fear. That is Melkinen, the swordbender, the first dragoon. You're frightened for 1 minute. Yep, you do not have to run, but you cannot move closer to him.
Are there rerolls for the save at all on turns or ends of turns or anything?
There are not automatic rerolls. Should I just like explain to you guys? Yeah, if you were to run out of range of the fear, you can reroll.
That's too much info.
I will not leave.
It's too much info. Yeah, I should have told you that.
Eerie out here. So
It's late. I'm making bad decisions too, Kurt.
See?
I am going to stand here and try to parry his attack. Can you remind me how that works again?
Okay, you can use your action to dodge, and that just
Right.
means all attacks against you will have disadvantage, right? There is no parry like there used to be, but like dodge is an action you can take, disadvantage on all attack rolls against you. That's it.
All right, I'm going to try to dodge his attacks and just not be killed. How's that sound?
Yeah, I dig that. That sounds actually like actually a really smart decision. I think after however many years it has been, frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks or attack rolls. Creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That's what's going on with you frightened people. I don't think I've ever seen a player character dodge in 4 years now of playing 5e. This is the right time to do it. Ulrich, that was your turn. Erie, you're up on 11.
Okay. She's gonna, I guess, I'm trying to see around the corner. Can I see around the corner a little bit?
So from here, you can see a bit of him. He's got cover, but you can see part of him.
I can see part of him.
I can see part of him from your token. So yes, you see like his form, like the left side of his body kind of like hulking as he's broken loose this morning star. So he's right there.
Is he 10 feet away from me? Like, I've got my tracker that says 10 feet, but like, is like the corner...
He's kind of 15 feet. 10 feet is right here in the corner. He's 15 feet away from me.
But I can like see that.
Could you move through me, cast, and then move back?
You can see everything you could see, you know what I mean, Taylor? You could see this corner.
I know, I need to be within 10 feet of him. So am I within...
to then move forward. Nope.
So can I step next to Ulrich?
Yep. You don't have to step to there, but you could step to here. Yep.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, I think she opens her robe and throws the pit pocket or the pit patch.
We see Erie like squeeze past Ulrich, who's kind of like clenching his hammer, his axe, waiting. And as you step forward, you're like up against the wall. You know he's around the corner. So you reach into this robe that was handed to you those many days ago by Ursula Vandrin, and you pull the robe open. We see these patches lining the inside, and you grab one, ripping it out, and throw it right around the corner, right? It's like one of these around the corner next to you, and you may finish your movement. Do me a favor, dump the robe in the chat so I can just check it out. Can you or no? Did I put it on your items?
You have it as a sheet. You have it like as a...
Don't sweat it then. Hold on a second. I'll open the sheet up.
Under magic items.
Yep, you got it. That's where I would have put it, huh?
I do technically, I think, have it.
Erie is going to use this pit, a 10-foot cube, which you can place on the ground within 10 feet of you. So, with that...
I think as she throws it too, she yells, she's like, "You will not have us!" And she chucks it.
And Melkanen is so this is really interesting. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, my heart's racing.
Should be. I think Melkanen's going to make a dexterity check. I think as you throw the pit down onto the ground, by the way, it like is expanding to underneath the footings of the walls on either side. Nice. So I'm going to have Melkanen make a dex check.
Okay.
To see if he can avoid, this is his dex saving throw technically, to see if he can avoid falling in. And so he does. He like... You hear him like growl as he staggers backwards. The pit appears. The walls are kind of like some rock is kind of like falling out from under the sides of him. Erie, that was your action. You still have movement in your bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back around into the hallway.
Move back around. Erie, that was your turn on 11. On 10, he's like roaring like, what are you waiting for? And, yeah, this guy comes dashing this way. This idiot. Yup, he comes like dashing into the room. That's basically their turns. Angus, you're up on 10.
Angus runs.
Okay. Okay, you like charge back here. Lothar's like, "What the hell are you doing? We're gonna need all of us. The Minotaur's leaving. The Minotaur's leaving. Our Minotaur, I mean." Angus. And so I think as you like dart past him around the corner, that's your movement. Are you doing anything with your action?
I'm still moving.
You could dash, huh? Angus, as you step right there in front of that bottom stab, you hear like, I think like you're looking through this room, you see the floor is cracked, there's rubble all over the place, and then there's this booming echo that fills the room around you, like, the tomb of Gural Khan will not be disturbed.
It's like
As an earth elemental begins emerging from the wall behind you, you may continue your movement. You're not trapped there. You keep moving.
oh my gosh.
Run, Forrest.
Oh, no.
Shit just popped off.
He can get this,
by the way?
He can. That's about how far he can get.
Wait, I'm super confused. He darted around the corner and then came back?
He got to here. The elemental popped out of the wall. He ran away.
Okay, got it.
But he can't run closer. Right?
Yeah, it's true. You're kind of fucked. You have to either move forward or hold your ground. I'm really sorry.
But am I out of the range of the fear?
You will be. You're going to make a saving throw at the end of the round. Yeah.
Well, let's keep going then.
Okay, make a saving throw. Make another wisdom save.
Made it.
Nice.
Okay. The fear.
For some reason, I just have this vision of like Benny Hill in my head. You know?
Crixus, Angus, that was your turn. Crixus, you're up on 8.
Okay, so did I hear anything or no?
Yeah, dude. You just heard the big booming yell. You hear Melkane. You hear everything I'm saying. Nothing is secret here. Yes, you heard everything I've said.
Son of a biscuit.
There's loudness happening. Melkanen's roaring from one side at his guards. And then you hear the booming from right behind you in this hallway as this other voice is like yelling about how the tomb won't be disturbed. And you hear like rumbling.
Does it have a Terran accent?
Well, I mean, that's a very good point. But does that sound like when you hear rumbling, I hear like, when you said rumbling, what exactly is the rumbling itself? Something.
It's the sound of the earth elemental emerging from the wall.
Coming out of the ground.
It's the sound of the earth elemental coming from the wall.
Did I know exactly what it is?
I think what Mike is asking is, would Crixus have any idea what was specifically going on?
I do. What's who cares, right? Come on. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Oh, biscuits.
Hold on a second. Let me just do. I think I'm gonna hold on a second. I was here, right? I don't know what's.
It's looking more and more like the hallway to the south is the way to go.
Hold on a second, everybody. 1, 2. Well, what I like to do is, how far away is that guy from me? Should I use the measuring thing?
I mean, that's the easiest way to figure those things out. Yep.
Well, Rich, I
just busted your chops, Mike. Yeah. I busted your chops.
Of course. I'm sorry, Rich. Can I clarify? When I stopped here, is when the elemental appeared.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'd sound like Earth was moving, and I wanted to. So I move around the corner, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I did, and I see the Earth elemental, and I go, oh wow! I think I have this really great idea, and then I move just a little more, I guess. And what I do is I pull out my symbol of Ruldo, and I say, "Hey, by the power of Ruldo's wit, I compel you to join us and help us." And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to
Channel Divinity.
charm. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
What's your spell save DC?
20. I think it's a 14.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
it's a 14. But does it ever go up, by the way, my DC? No, right? I guess not. Strange.
If you're
Yeah, it does. There's a bunch of rules about it that are associated with your proficiency bonus. Does your proficiency bonus climb?
Oh
your
my
stealth
gosh.
climbs?
That's awesome.
Yes. Oh.
What'd you say it was? It was 13? No, I'm just kidding. It's like, I think we see this earth elemental like, and it turns and looks at you, Crixus, and I think that it just says one word in Terran, in the primordial tongue of the earth elementals. Brother. That's your movement. That's your action. You have a bonus action, Crixus?
Oh, that's awesome.
that was
Demi.
My bonus action is... Oh, I can't talk to it any further than that, I guess, correct?
You could talk a little bit, sure. Yeah, but I mean, like 6 seconds. Sure. What do you want to say? Yep.
Kill me. Make it a swift death. Quick. No, I want him to protect us. Protect us from Alkanian, the first raccoon of the Sapphire Legion.
Kill the Minotaur. Wait, by which I mean
The other Minotaur. I think it's just like, invaders will perish. Yeah, so that was your action, Crixus. Bonus action? Anything else? Anything we need to know?
Blue armor. Tell him to look for blue armor.
Beaudry Ironstave is like standing here like, and I think we just hear him growl like, Mother, we have traveled far for this. Please give me the strength. Dude, this fucking guy is out of all the spells that he needs so badly.
I think we all are, by the way.
nope,
Yeah.
we're good.
No. My spells are exactly where they should be.
And then he's just
Let's go
like,
heal before let's go find a place to rest.
Vala bless us. Bless them all. Bless them. And
I knew this was going to happen, by the way. I knew this was gonna
Yeah,
happen.
of course. How could
It
anything
had
other
to,
than
it
this
had
happen?
to.
And he calls out like this word of power, and so an aura appears around him. This like shimmering kind of golden glow starts to radiate off Beaudry Ironstave. Everybody within the aura of Beaudry gets to do an extra 1d4 radiant damage on all of their weapon attacks. With that, he does not move, but he is out of range. And he makes a saving throw. Let's see what we got. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Big wisdom, big wisdom, big wisdom.
Why
Boom! And I think he just like yells, Vala, we shall do all you honor. Lothar's up on 20. He's like standing back here looking behind you. Crixus like, what the hell is going on? Oh, that thing. This is... and he like is like running forward like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And he's holding his bow, holding his action to shoot if anyone appears. On 1911, this guy goes...
This guy, everybody.
This guy.
This guy.
NPC number 2.
And with that, he backs up and just like lands with like this
It's my
rocketing
boy!
kind of crash on the far side of the pit, and then like takes a step down, looking at you as he's holding this like nightmarish kind of morning star in his hand, and yep, he proceeds to cast.
Yes.
Branding smite, and then he attacks you, Halric, with disadvantage.
Yeah, that don't matter.
Oof, when you roll like that, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Wow.
Okay, you take 10 points of damage plus... Oof, brutal, man. Okay, you take 10 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, 15 radiant, and...
Branding smite? You said no.
You
Wait,
are
10 slashing 5.
Yeah, give me the total.
15.
Okay, you said 10 slashing, 15 radiant. I'm like, that's
Sorry. Yep, I'm sorry.
All right.
You begin glowing a little bit is basically what happens here, Ulrich, is like he puts this aura around you and that's it. You can't become invisible. That was probably not the best thing for him to do, but it was better than anything. Then he proceeds to finish unloading on you.
So I am going to ask, and only because it bears asking.
Yeah, go for it.
If we're in a space that our Minotaur had to duck in, could he successfully jump a 10-foot wide pit?
Yeah, he's really strong. He jumped the pit. He's crouched down. You know, the space is not like if it didn't inhibit Angus, it doesn't inhibit him. But it's a very worthwhile question. And so like, he's having like trouble like fighting. This is not ideal space for him. And you've got him like choked down man to man in this like corridor, right? With the pit behind him, it's going to be like harder for him to like cover it back. But he's going to make the rest of his attacks.
Okay.
That was basically his bone. Wait a minute. Let me double check myself before I F this up. One bonus action. Right. He used his bonus action. He's going to continue his other 2 attacks with disadvantage. 13 and 16.
Miss and miss.
Okay, your shield like dang as he like just like brings the like Morning Star forward and like smashes you, and he's trying to like wield it like short stroking in this space, but you're just like tucked down in this corner, Ulrich, like shield and hammer battering the blows away. That's his turn. Ulrich, you're up.
I am again going to do the same thing. And I'm going to utilize my second wind.
Bonus action, 1d10 plus your level.
Yep, I'm getting there. 1 second.
No rush.
Oh, that sucked. +9.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Staying put.
Staying put. I think that the earth elemental like slides forward in the room,
Cool.
and it like looks down to you, Crixus, like. Let me double check my movement. You told it, defend you, right?
Well, that's the first thing I said to him. I said, protect it. I said, protect us from Alkene, and he was like, where do I go? I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just trying to remember what.
What he said is that intruders will be destroyed. Yep.
Which we are.
Are you?
Are we?
And so with that, he earth glides all the way over to here. That's his dash. You see him like erupt up out of the earth underneath you. I think actually he's probably more like you could see like almost like a ripple underneath the stone. Tiles are kind of cracking as he's moving, and you feel him under your feet, Angus, as he goes. That's his movement and his action as he's dashing over towards him. Eerie, you're up on 11.
Is it like Tremors, Rich?
Yeah, it sure is.
See, Tremors is this movie starring Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Trolls in the chat. Trolls.
And the guy from Growing Pains, too, by the way.
Michael Gross.
Michael Gross. And I know Taylor knows Michael Gross.
He was in several of the sequels, like all of the sequels.
Yeah, he was in
all. He
all.
became the star of the franchise.
He did,
Yeah.
yeah. He was like the big like breakout guy. Can we not at 11:23 while we're in combat? We will revisit Tremors next time on Firelight Tales.
I
Eerie,
didn't want
you're
to
up
do
on
this.
11.
You give me at least 3 Tremors lines.
I gave him to you. I gave him to you. Next round. Eerie, you're up.
Yeah. God damn it.
I'm sorry, Eerie. I'm sorry.
I
This
just
is
like
all
don't
really
know
bad.
what to do because I have such limited spells.
I know. I'm really sorry.
Maybe we should have rested.
All right. I guess I'm going to cast.
This is what happens when you shift from years playing West Marches to like a super traditional campaign that is about like wilderness exploration, where the dungeon master's whole agenda is to like push you up against resource management. It's like, it's tough, and this is your first wizard, and like you're not that high level, so you're doing fine. Like, don't feel bad about any of your choices. This is the pinch, you know. This is like the structure of this whole adventure. Yeah, feel bad about mine. I set you up for this. Mike knows.
This is supposed to be hard. It's okay. I'm having a good time.
All Taylor does on the Monday stream is feel pain that I am inflicting on her. I'm sorry. I made you hunt down little gosh.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so I think Eerie, we've all seen it. She like points her staff at Melkanen and releases that little like pinpoint of nothing. Can't even see it. And then around Melkanen, there's high-pitched cracking sound, I guess. Yay. And she casts Shatter.
I think that may catch Ulrich.
Not 10-foot radius if I like put it on Melkanen and back.
Oh, okay, you're going to center it behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to center it up here behind him so the shadow
like
pops
absolute garbage.
Yeah, if it weren't for these pesky dice, D&D would be a lot of fun.
That's 3d8.
What does he get, Taylor?
5.
What's the save?
Constitution.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think he'll pull it off? Damn.
Great, he takes 5 points of damage.
Well, you know, you guys hear this like shattering, cracking sound as he takes 5 points of thunder damage, and I think you hear him laugh like, "You
5 down.
Will have to do higher than that, dwarf. You're first. I'm going to kill all of you before I take the boy." Eerie, that was your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
I'm gonna move back a little bit.
This guy comes back here, and I think you hear yelling like, "What do we do, Commander? What do we do?" And he's just like, his head like barely twitches as he's like, "Help me!" And so, yeah, I think that this idiot is probably gonna have a tough time. But let's see what happens when these guys tries to jump. Yeah, he falls. Dude one falls.
Great.
Nice.
Taking 3 points of damage as he like plummets into the hole, like thudding into the ground, you know. And then this other idiot, he's gonna try to jump in. 12. He makes it so that he's like standing up here in this corner, and he's like kind of like he drops his short sword and like points up a heavy crossbow towards you, Ulrich. What'd you do last round? You attacked him. You're not dodging anymore, right?
No, I dodged. I've been dodging.
You just dodged again last round. Okay. 8. Ka-tunk! The shield like catches the crossbow bolt. That's both those scrubs. Angus, you're up on 10.
What do I hear coming from this doorway to the north, if anything?
You hear the echoes of the yelling from the soldiers that was just like coming up, echoing through this chamber. It sounds like there's nothing else really going on up there.
Did I see Denon basically do a full loop?
No, he did not do a full loop. He went up to the door and scurried back. However, you're clever enough to know that from here, why is my mouse messing up? Ulrich could see into this room from like where he was standing before, from here. And then you guys could see into this room from the other side. Like Angus is clever enough to put together the floor plan here.
Good, because Kurt isn't.
Okay.
20, 10. Oh, shit.
As you come running up, you see the tomb of Gural Khan. I think, where are you wearing the ring? It's on your horn?
Yeah.
I think you feel it like vibrating a little bit.
Do the thing, Angus. I don't know what it is, but do it.
Grab them all.
I don't see anybody, so I'm like, okay.
You see like a dropped, you would see like a dropped hammer over kind of next to this thing, and like there appears to be like flakes of rock and mortar that are being like chipped off of the side of the sarcophagus. As you come running up, you see it really clearly that like there's a hammer and a chisel that Melkanen was like using to like chisel out the top to lift it up, and it seems like it's about like 3/4 of the way done.
Anything happen with the ring as I get closer?
It's vibrating more as you like get this close. Now it's like unmistakable. It's like you feel it like just like right through your down from the tips of your hooves to the top of your horns.
As a free action, Angus is going to remove the ring from his horn and place it on top of the sarcophagus.
The lid of the sarcophagus just slides off, dropping on the side. And as Angus Sprighthorn looks down into the sarcophagus, a dead dwarf reaches up and grabs him by the throat. No, I'm just kidding. You see the form of a dwarf arrayed in plate mail armor, a helm upon his head. No gems are encrusted upon it. This armor is not ornate or ostentatious, but crossed over his chest, you see both the maul and the spiked morning star that you saw in your vision at the front of this place. And I think, my friends, that this has to be the spot where we stop for tonight. I think. It feels too good. I think it feels too good.
Yeah.
And it's 11:30, and we're not going to finish this thing. I'm not keeping you all here till 1:30 in the morning. I think that we have to come back to high tension.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yes. Great night. Finally in the tomb. Yes.
This is inevitable, you know?
I'm really
This is
excited, you guys.
Me too.
This is really fun.
Super great night.
I mean, it's great. I love it.
It's really fun. You guys.
Oh my gosh.
Dungeons.
So
and
stressed
Dragons.
out.
Are y'all stressed out? How we feeling? Gut check.
Oh,
check.
that was awesome.
Kurt, what do you
So
think about
good.
that? You just found the Mall of the Titans.
It's really cool. It's
Or
really
whatever that
cool.
other thing is.
If Holrick survives. Yes. He can
I gotta
dodge.
say, you guys, I don't want to give my hand away too much, but this is some best case scenario type shit. You've got this guy like pinioned in a hallway toe to toe with Holrick, and there's another cleric here besides Crixus. You know,
100%.
Dude,
I'll tell you right now.
My next move is to drop back like 5 feet so the crossbow can't get a shot at me.
Mm-hmm.
But then, that's it. I'm just going to stand here and continually dodge until something positive happens. You know?
I gotta say, dude, it's not dramatic
I
for
like
you,
that.
but
Totally, he's gonna hang out. In a
I
way.
gotta say, dude, it's really like a really smart plan, man. As
Yeah.
somebody
It is.
that we don't see a lot of dodge in any of our
Not
games. I
reckless
can't
at all.
speak to anybody out. What?
It's not reckless at all. It's a good plan. I like that.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is, though, is that, I figured if I could hold him back, we've got people with bows, we've got people with some type of spells, at the very least, ranged cantrips. You know what I mean? There's options, you know?
Poor Eerie.
So-
I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm sorry, man. This is a hard campaign to play a wizard. I definitely didn't talk you out of it in the beginning because I think that it'll be really rewarding for you. But we've been talking about it for ages.
She
you
feels
know?
that way. Yeah. She's like, yeah, rewarding. Yeah.
I mean, we played a month
No.
ago. That was the last time we were all together in this, and then we ended up having to take a week off. We did the 2 weeks of Hilks and Sharp, which I really enjoyed. We will conspire and discuss what we're going to do next week, because I don't know how we come back without Crixus, but Shit, I'm bummed now, but maybe we wiggle around. We'll see what happens. Regardless, that was really fun, you guys. I
Yeah.
enjoyed tonight. I hope
it
you
was
enjoyed
great.
tonight.
Very
This is
nice.
big drama to come back on. Let us go around in a circular fashion and discuss things of importance. Kurt, what's going on with you, my friend? What do you got going on? Where can people find it?
You can find me on Twitter at Kurt Clark with 2 C's, also on the Instagram, also on the Twitch.
You can catch Kurt streaming there on the Twitch. Sometimes he's been playing Phoenix Rising. He will be here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for Dragonfly. Mike, what's going on with you, bro? What do you got going on? Anything you want to hype up or plug or talk about?
You guys can follow me on Twitter when I randomly post things.
You
Random
should.
bits. It's at Lotus Coyote. So that's pretty much what I got going. Besides Shadow and Bone.
At Lotus Coyote, he is an infrequent poster, but when he does, they are deep thoughts which make you go, and I appreciate them. And so, Shadow and Bone, we shall talk about it during the week. Mike Taylor, what's up with you?
Ronnie422 on Twitter, Ronnie422_ on Instagram. Working on sticker stuff and hopefully stream stuff pretty soon, so just keep your eye on that. And yeah, that good stuff. And tomorrow, come hang out.
You will find
great.
Taylor as well tomorrow night. John, anything you want to say? Any parting shots? You want to hype up the Boy Scouts? What do you got?
Dude, I'm high on this, man. It was awesome.
This is really fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun.
Good night.
We had a lot of fun. I want to just thank John and Taylor for stepping up big time the last couple of weeks. We had a couple scheduling issues, and so it was really great to have you two embrace the idea of like, yeah, let's play some evil, messed up characters. And your characters are delightful. Like, I don't know if you guys saw John's Hilks performance, but like, just the lead.
A+.
And Taylor was like a monster. Taylor was like a ferocious killing machine who unfortunately had to kill characters that you really liked, but they didn't die, so that worked out great. It was really impressive. But Hilks and Sharp, wait for their return. It might happen sooner than later. And so with that, I'm Rich Filiberto. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate anybody who like stopped in is watching this after the fact. Tomorrow night, may the 4th be with you. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Myself, Kurt, Melissa Woodward, Grace Leader, Hard Rock Hope Brooklyn Zed, DJ LaBelle Klein, my man Troy himself, along with the one, the only Josh Wigler, Round Howard, back for his second appearance here at Twitch TV/DM Philly. It's going to be dope. We're playing a modified version of Spelljammer. We've spent like a month doing world building. We played a like nice long game of Microscope and built out an incredible timeline of the history of the multiverse of this game, and I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be really fun, and we got a pretty awesome lineup of folks. So yeah, stop in and check us out. Thank you all. Good night, friends. Bye.
Good night.